was Ashton. What are you doing? Did you have a good nap? That wasn't very long. That wasn't very long.
Say hi, people of YouTube.
Say hi, people. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. My name is Kanessa Carey. If you are new here, this channel is all about mental health, life, all types of things. So let's get right into this video. So have I done a good job at doing 2 videos a month? No. You know, it's the thought that counts, and I thought about making a video so many times. So with that being said, today we are going to be doing a Q&A of questions that you guys asked me off of TikTok. So let's go. Okay, so question number 1 is, does overshoot happen to almost everyone in recovery? The definition of overshoot is when you are in recovery and your weight overshoots what your like set weight is, your set weight range. So a lot of times when people are in recovery, especially if they come from like a restrictive eating disorder or restrictive background, when they gain weight to get to a healthier weight in recovery, a lot of times your body will overshoot the weight that it likes to be at, because one, if your body has been starving for a long time, your body is going to hold on to whatever it can to make sure that in case you are not fueling yourself properly, it has food and nutrients, it has muscle and fat to use in case you are in that situation. So basically this is just like a biological thing that happens. So for example, same thing would happen if you were, you know, stranded on a desert island and you did not have access to food and you weren't able to eat the way that you normally do. Your body is going to tap into those fat restorers and your muscle and all kinds of things before it starts attacking things that are more important, like your heart or things that are trying to keep you alive. So basically in recovery, a lot of times what happens is someone's weight will go higher than what their kind of like set point weight is, just in case you do fall back into eating disordered patterns, or in case, you know, you go into that starvation mode, because your body doesn't know like, oh, this person, you know, has an eating disorder. No, your body just thinks that there's a lack of food and we are starving and we are hungry, and if I don't hold on to this, we could be in trouble. So your body is just doing what it is supposed to be doing. Often this happens to people in recovery. I can't say that it happens for everyone because it doesn't, but especially if you do come from like a restrictive eating disorder background, this is very much a possibility. For me in my recovery, I came from a restrictive eating disorder background and I did overshoot in my weight in the beginning, but then once my body trusted me and knew that I was going to keep feeding it food, it all leveled out, and you know, I was back in that range that my body likes to be at. The best thing that you can do in that situation is not freak out. If you keep honoring your body and honoring your hunger signals and you keep eating just the same way that you are, your body will recognize, hey, we're not starving and we're not in a like, you know, a sticky situation. We don't need to hold on to this anymore, and your body will kind of like gauge and like find a good happy place that it likes to be. So question number 2, how long do you feel like weight held onto your stomach before distributing? To be completely honest with you, I have no clue because I don't remember. My initial like hardcore recovery phase was years ago. I was like 18, 19 probably. Now I'm 27. So that was something that I was dealing with a long time ago. But I would say that your body is going to hold on to weight around your stomach or other parts of your body for as long as it needs to. Kind of going back to the first question, it's going to do that in order to keep you safe and to make sure that if you do go back into those habits or you are in a situation where you're you know, not feeding yourself properly, your body is going to have what it needs to sustain itself. Your body oftentimes will gain the most weight in your stomach area, and there's a few reasons for that, but the main reason is just because it's protecting your vital organs. So your body is going to do everything it can to like re-nourish, you know, your kidneys and your heart and all those types of things before it is like, oh, let me put muscle mass back on, like, you know, your forearm and your quad. It's going to prioritize things that are most important, which is all kind of in like this region. That's what's keeping you alive. So it really just depends on the person, how much weight they need to gain, how malnourished they were before they started recovery. All types of things play into how long it takes for your body to redistribute. Trust me, your body will redistribute. Obviously though, everyone's body is different. Some people may just hold on to more weight in their stomach than other people, which there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. No matter what your body looks like, you are absolutely beautiful and you should be proud of your body, and your body does so much for you. Keep eating enough. Make sure that you're not falling back into old habits or bad habits, and your body will learn to trust you and will eventually redistribute. Question number 3, did you lose your period during your eating disorder? And if you did, were you fully recovered before you got it back? So yes, I did lose my period during my eating disorder, probably for like a little bit over a year, I would say. And then I got it back probably like 2 to 5 months into my recovery. So everyone is different. Some people don't get their reproductive like response as quickly as I did. Some people get it back right away. It just really depends on your body wants to prioritize and what it doesn't want to prioritize. So if you're extremely malnourished, obviously your body is going to prioritize other functions before it prioritizes, you know, giving you your cycle back. One of the main goals of my recovery was to get my period back because I really wanted to have kids one day, and it paid off because I have a beautiful baby girl. And there's lots of other reasons why you want to have your period as a woman. There's amenorrhea. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but there's amenorrhea can affect your bone density, your hormones, all types of things. So for me, it was really important to get my period back and then to rebalance my hormones so that I had a healthy cycle and so that I would be able to have a baby one day. Question 4. I'm experiencing extreme hunger right now, but I'm already weight restored, and I never had extreme hunger when I was underweight. So basically, extreme hunger is just your body giving you intense hunger cues, whether that's mental or physical or emotional. So a lot of times these are to fill a need or a void or something that has been suppressed for a very long time. So for me, when I was in recovery, I did experience extreme hunger, but at the same time, I was also dealing with not having any hunger cues at all, which basically was just because I suppressed my hunger for so long that my body was like, okay, well, if you're not going to feed us, then I'm going to stop giving you cues because I'm going to prioritize you living in other ways. But also then there's the other side where there's extreme hunger, which is you're just absolutely starving, whether that is you're just mentally like so hungry, like not satiated or not satisfied, or just like you actually have that like physical hunger of like, I'm just so hungry and nothing is cutting it. And extreme hunger is so normal in recovery. It is not binging. The best thing that you can do is honor your extreme hunger, because that is the only way that you are going to completely satiate and satisfy your body of all the nutrients that it's trying to get back and of everything that it needs in order to have normal hunger cues again and consistent hunger cues again. So this person is wondering why they didn't have extreme hunger when they were underweight, but now that they are weight restored, they do. A lot of times this is just because your body is able to like now prioritize giving you hunger signals, and a lot of times just because you're weight restored doesn't mean that's where your body wants to be or where your body needs to be, and that doesn't mean that your body is completely healed. Your body is not always going to weigh the same thing. Your body is going to change and your body is going to adapt, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Your body is probably just trying to let you know that it needs more nutrients and it needs more things to heal your body, because just because you're weight restored doesn't mean that your body is completely healed. If you're dealing with extreme hunger, listen to your extreme hunger, give your body what it's asking for and what it needs, because that is truly what it needs to recover and repair and heal itself. Question number 5, how do you get past the guilt in recovery? Honestly, the best thing that you can do is just push through. And I know that sounds like super cliche and way easier said than done. The more you push past and you override that guilty feeling by, you know, eating what your body wants, eating more than the guilt is telling you that you need to, that's how you are going to recover, and that's how you're going to recover mentally. Recovery is not just recovering to heal your body, it's also recovering so that you can stop thinking about food so much, so that you can stop obsessing over calories, so that you can, you know, enjoy a meal with your family. There's so much to it. It's not just about a physical recovery, and the mental recovery is so important as well. Being exposed to that guilt and pushing through it, not giving into that guilt, is how you are going to one day no longer feel guilty. And I know that's probably not the answer you want. It's not something that's super easy to hear. You just gotta sit with it, and you're gonna feel guilty, and that's okay. All right, last question. Did you ever have no hope of recovering while you were sick? Like, it seems impossible right now. I feel so stuck in my recovery. First of all, I just want to say that if you feel stuck in recovery, you're not alone. I can guarantee you that every single person that is going through recovery or has gone through recovery has felt stuck and felt like there's no hope. But listen, there is hope, and you can recover and you can get better, and you will get to a point where food is not such a big deal and it's just a normal part of life. So yes, there was definitely a point where, especially when I was like active in my eating disorder, where I was just like, this is how I'm gonna be for the rest of my life. You become a completely different person, and so I kind of felt like there was no hope in like getting back to the person who I wanted to be. But let me just tell you, there absolutely is hope. There's so many people that have recovered, and I know that you as well can recover. If an eating disorder is something that you are struggling with right now, you are not alone. Recovery is worth it. Is it hard? Yes. And you're going to have to really challenge yourself to eat more than your brain tells you that you need to eat. You might need to challenge some food rules or some food fears, or you might need to challenge the idea of having to know your weight. Recovery is hard. It's facing head on the control that your eating disorder makes you believe that you need. The idea of letting go of that control, I think, is where a lot of people lose hope, because that's really scary. And I totally get that, because that's where my eating disorder kind of stemmed from. Was I felt so out of control in other places in my life and other things that I was going through that I controlled how I felt by how much food I put in my body and what I looked like and what I weighed and how much I exercised, and that kind of makes you feel better, but it's temporary and there is hope. And no matter how bad or how deep you feel like your eating disorder is, you can recover. Start right now. If you mess up, you just keep going, but there is hope. It does get better and you can get here. It just takes a lot of hard work. For me, it took a lot of hard work, therapy, appointments, all the things, okay? Challenging yourself every single day, but you can do it and there is hope. So I'm going to end the video here. I'm going to also make a part 2 though, so if you have any other questions, comment them down below. Please like and subscribe this video. It helps me so much, especially when it comes to the algorithm. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you are struggling right now, I really hope and pray that you're able to get the help you need, and just know that your body is the least interesting thing about you. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you next time. Bye!